How we doing tonight, Raven fans? Lousy. Laugh to keep from crying. Unbelievable what we just saw. We all just saw it. Just terrible at the end. Ravens losing. Will be the first time in the history of as Ravenry Sports without the Ravens as a playoff participant. Eliminated tonight in the winner take all. Steelers actually getting the victory late. Whew. Take a breath. Unbelievable stuff. All right, so let's get the business out the way. That always helps me. Genesis Ravenry Sports shopping site rebrand. RavenrySports.company.site rebrand. So definitely check that out. Where we're going to rebrand the website as well. We made some changes. We have the app now, so definitely check out the Ravenry Sports app here as well. Can't show it here, but there's the RS on there for those of you that can see it there. And then you could buy merchandise products, Ravens hats, Orioles hats, jerseys, etc. Definitely, we're going to get that stuff on the website. So definitely, too, we're going to go over that February 6th. So that's going to be the weekend of the Super Bowl. We're going to go ahead and go over that. Usually, we do a lot of rebranding around that time. Definitely, we're still going to be covering the Super Bowl this week, pre and post. So definitely before the game starts and after the game, we're going to go ahead and cover the Super Bowl as well. We're absolutely going to go ahead and do that for you as well. Genesis Notary Services, we had our live stream earlier the week. So Genesis Notary Services, definitely check that out. Genesis Notary Services in Winchester, Virginia. If you know, you know. And see, Charles Harris, we are Legal Shield. Definitely check that out, Legal Shield. Tremendous resource for you if you haven't ever used it. Definitely, absolutely, you want to use Legal Shield as a resource. All right. Well, let's talk about it. We just saw it. 26-24. Steelers are the winners of the AFC North. They will go ahead and advance. They advanced in the final seconds after a missed field goal by Tyler Luke as well. And the Ravens are now going to be eliminated. The Squealers win the North. So congratulations to the Squealers in this game. Once again, Ravens and Steelers, best rivalry in the NFL. The game was so intense. So even covering these games, like as a content creator, it's hard to write notes because a lot of times I'm watching these games and I'm writing notes and I'm covering this stuff and I'm doing. It's hard to do that during these games, man, because you don't know which way they're going to go, back and forth all the way down the stretch as well. So let's go over the big points as well. We're going to go over a lot here as well. First of all, Ravens did basically stick to the script with Derrick Henry. They tried to. I think the Steelers were much more prepared doing that. So they definitely stuck to the script with that. So Derrick Henry had over 100 yards rushing tonight as well. I'm pulling it up now. The stat line for the King. But I think he was closing in on the rushing title as well. So he had 20 carries, 126. They did a better job with him than Green Bay did. So it didn't take a genius to figure out what they were going to do, what the Ravens were going to do. They were going to pound the ball to Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry, I think, had a good night regardless of that. I said, but they couldn't just really truck him as well, even though he had a great night. He had 126. He had some great runs in this one as well. They were able to shut it down at times. It did hurt the Ravens. I would say almost a bigger impact for him is he drew so much attention. Lamar had guys wide open down the field, like the touchdown passes and everything. He had Lamar wide open down the field. Lamar salvaged his night with 3 deep touchdown passes to Vontaze Walker, 2 to Zay Flowers. While the passing yards wasn't eye-popping, but he was noticeably healthier as a runner, and his explosiveness is back. I don't think this was his finest hour tonight, but I think Lamar just connected with those deep passes. 718, 238, 3 teams, all that Watt ultimately hauled in and got. So I got no problem with Lamar tonight. I thought like as well, but it was the right decision to play him. I think the way he played, I thought he played fairly well as well. It kind of eased him into it, but the formula getting the ball to Derrick Henry, that's what it was. And it really freed up Zay Flowers wide open, especially on that 3rd touchdown pass, ridiculously wide open. Tez Walker, ridiculously wide open. Zay Flowers over the top, got behind the defense and got in as well. So no problem with Lamar tonight as well. Some people may feel differently. I don't think it was his best game as well, but I think good stuff overall by Lamar tonight as well. Met the moment. I'll say that. More than he did. Met the moment. I thought he did. Pass rush is 9-1-1 heading into the offseason. Chris Collinsworth said it just as I was writing it here during the game. If the Ravens don't make the playoffs, and now you see they didn't, it's because of the lack of pass. Aaron just had too much time to throw the football. And the craziness of that is he had 294 passing the football, but he didn't even really, let's see, 911 is an issue. Aaron Rodgers, he's still top 250 yards passing in this season. In this season has been notable and encouraging. Aaron had just too much time to throw. Aaron just had too much time to throw. And because they couldn't get home, they did have 2 sacks. Mike Green had 1. They were more like coverage sacks. It's funny. I think the secondary, as much fans is giving them secondary grief, overall, the secondary was pretty good. It did make a difference when Kyle Hamilton went out of the game. Aaron's confidence kind of ticked up when Kyle Hamilton left the game with the concussion. So I do think Aaron's confidence ticked up, but he didn't get pressured enough. This is kind of what he's going to do to you if he's going to get pressured enough. Awuzie on the last touchdown to Calvin Austin and Aaron Rodgers threw. Again, just one of those freak things where he just slipped on the side. And because he slipped on the side, like Calvin Austin was run behind him, Aaron saw it and just got in the end zone. So I thought Awuzie was fantastic all season long as well. Ravens with a razor-thin loss. This game's decided by a handful of plays because it easily swung the other way. In this rivalry, the margin for error is non-existent as well. In the final moments, missed a field goal with Tyler Loop. How many of y'all wished y'all had Justin Tucker on the team for that last kick still? I don't know if anybody's going to answer me in the chat or how many people. Why I see I got 117, but I couldn't have been the only one, man. I couldn't have been the only one. I wish we still had Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker definitely would have made that field goal. And Tyler Loop, I'm not going to beat him up too much. He doesn't miss a lot of field goals. He only missed 4 all season long. So he was at 90+% all season until that last kick. And I say Pittsburgh is probably, if not the toughest place to kick field goals in the National Football League, because those wins off the water, especially this time of year, they're swirling. Boswell, who hadn't missed an extra point, who's an outstanding kicker, missed an extra point right before that. So that was a bit of an omen. To even be in the position for the game-winning field goal, Boswell missed the field goal as well, and Boswell missed the extra point. So it was 26-24. They got the ball down the field. A superb catch by Isaiah Likely late in the game, and then superb catch by Isaiah Likely late in the game, put him in the position for the field goal, and it was just a missed field goal. Just didn't happen as well. John Harbaugh, his future feels murky. Questions about the postseason and the results and organizational directions, and beginning to overshadow his long-standing success. What happens to the coach tomorrow? Conflicting reports. Some people say this did matter tonight. Some people mostly safe. Bit of conjecture. Tomlin, I think, probably saved his job tonight. I don't think if he goes now, he's in the playoffs and he's won the division, especially if he gets a win. And I don't think they'll be Houston. But if he gets a win, I think Tomlin, at least for another week, has saved his job tonight. Harbaugh, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see with John Harbaugh. If I had to place a bet, I'm assuming he's coming back. We don't know. I don't know. But I think not getting in with the expectation of this team, I'll say this. As good as Mike Tomlin has been, his expectation is about what this team performed to. It's an older team, had a lot of new pieces, 10-7, winning the division. That's about it. Ravens had Super Bowl aspirations, and they went 8-9 and couldn't get in on the last day. So we'll see what happens. A lot of you want him fired. I know that. But just unbelievable. So sure Ravens were going to win this game tonight. So sure Ravens were going to win this game tonight. But in these Ravens-Steelers game, and then to quote the line on any given Sunday, Al Pacino, every break of the game, every inch, every minute, every second, everything matters. Fight, crawl for that inch. And just a little hair on a field goal, it goes wide, and that's the game. And that's the season. So the Ravens are eliminated. So no Ravens in playoffs this year. The Steelers are going to be the only team representing the AFC North in the playoffs, 26-24 as well. Real quick on Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin is a phenomenal. This guy gets. Here's what his teams always do. His teams always play hard. They're not always technically refined or buttoned up or whatever you want to call that. But his teams always play hard, and they play 60 minutes, and you see it all the time. And that's what happened tonight. They even this guy believes, this guy, his teams and everything believe in him. Ravens have way more talent, I think. The Steelers have way more talent. The Ravens have way more talent than Pittsburgh, but it didn't matter tonight because you couldn't close the deal. And this is what the Ravens fans have been hollering about with John Harbaugh. You can't close the deal. You can't close the deal. Every season, this is what we're doing. Heartbreaking loss, heartbreaking loss, heartbreaking loss, heartbreaking loss, heartbreaking loss. You're not sealing the deal in these close games. So we'll talk about it. Thank you, all of you. Some of you, obviously, those of you who've been watching all football season, we appreciate you. We are here just to make a channel announcement. We are not 24 hours a day, but we are 365 for our channel. So we do talk Ravens in the off season. We are going to start on the Ravens off season. We're going to go to the draft and free agency and all that stuff. So we're going to get started on that. So I know some of you, once the season's over, kind of go away. Baseball is going to start here pretty soon as well. So we're definitely going to go over all that. But no Ravens in the playoffs. Sucks, period. But we'll be here. All right. So thank you, Raven fans. Thank you. Thank you for watching this season. We appreciate you, all of you here. Our numbers are growing and the channel is growing. And I want to thank all of you. We're having, obviously, I figured we'd have good numbers tonight because everybody's pissed off because we lost. So we appreciate you. And thank you very much for joining us here on the Ravery Sports Podcast. You enjoy the rest of your evening.